I can see my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. All right, we got some topics to discuss. We're starting a little bit late. We got into a heated debate about the coronavirus, just so you guys know. But on top of that, we also have some Galactic Legends to talk about. We have some Star Wars news in general to talk about. Some Rosario Dawson. Baby, we're going to talk about that. And, we got the whole crew. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off. Good old Maurice, how you doing, friend?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Glad to have you. And as always, and Avi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Glad to be here.
And Ranger J, what's going on, brother?
Little this, little that.
All right.
Stuff.
As long as it's a little bit of something, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Stuff.
But so let's get rolling here. Let's dive right in. Obviously, the Galactic Legend kits were released, so we got a little bit more information about them. So let's just go around the table here. Thoughts?
Yeah.
It's depressing. I am not ready. I'm
getting there.
Out, even if it's a week, I'm not going to be ready. It's just that, I've had my tunes all G12 and everything, but it is such a bitch to get them relic high enough to qualify. So, and it's hurting my soul to do some of these characters like Resistant Pilot and especially like Rose Tico and the Smugglers. With Rose, it's like I kind of puked in my mouth a little bit when I had to, move her up a little bit. And it was like, oh God. So other than getting sick over some of this stuff, it's just going to take me a while because I'm just doing it slowly, one at a time. I have other things that I got to work on too. So it'll happen, just probably not when it opens.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the actual kits, I mean, my first thought is, where the hell is Poe? What's the deal with Poe? Where are you? Where's Poe? If I wanted to, I could get the 50 and 50 out of the store. I would like not to have to do that because it's 8,000 crystals. I did that for Finn. I've got him done. I'm gearing the characters up. I've slowed down a little bit just to see where Poe's gonna land. I've got 3 of the characters basic relics. I've got enough to do like 5 more to relic. I still need some chirotechs. That's gonna be the thing that slows me up is the chirotechs, right? Because Finn and Poe take a little each to level them up, and then the other characters, it's 100 pop. I've already used 300 for the first 3 characters. But yeah, that's the one part of it. But then you look at the kits, 6 Zetas, right?
Yeah.
I've got 230 something. I'm not worried about it. I'll be able to do that part of it. It's just you look at these kits. I don't know how you feel about this, Maurice and gang, but when I look at the kits, Rey's just looks more OP and they're both going to be OP, but I just think Rey's a better overall kit. Looking at it, with what she does and stuff, I think Kylo's a little trickier for the team and stuff because Kylo can become OP, but like your team will die. And if you're facing someone like Rey with him, I mean, I don't know how that dynamic's going to work, but yeah, I think they'll both be exceptional and can wipe the floor with anything. But I just think Rey's going to be out of the two. My initial thoughts, we did in depth on this on Wednesday, is when they first announced it, that Rey's kit, man, it's really nice. Just so many goodies into that kit. But I don't know. What did you guys think?
I personally want Kylo more, but I kind of agree. Rey's kit looks to be pretty good.
Right.
Well, I think Rey's team is going to be better. I think Rey has the better synergy with the rest of the faction, perhaps. But I think Kylo, just hands down, is going to be the best individual character in the game. Like I think Rey's team is a little more defined. It's a little more structured. Like you really want to play off the inspired. So you're definitely going to want at least the two resistance heroes in the team. So you got a couple spots to play with. Whereas Kylo's just wide open who you can use with him. Like just looking at it on paper, I'm not sure exactly how all the mechanics are going to work, which stats he steals, how much, Rey, like a lot depends, I guess, on Rey. She has the damage immunity ability in her kit, and we'll have to see if that triggers whenever they go exactly at 50% or below, or if you can one-shot characters. I think there's a lot of things we don't know the finer mechanics of these characters yet, so I don't know. I'm kind of holding. They're both. I think they've done a very good job. On paper, they look very equal to me. Just play styles, modding. It all depends on what you have. And obviously, I mean, like myself, like even if Kylo's kit was terrible when it came out, I can't just switch gears. So, I gotta.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm excited to maybe try Rey once I get Rey in the light side Geo and just see how well she does in those CMs that we have.
I think they're going to be really good because, especially with that ability where someone gets down 60%, then they go into that stance, and plus she's got that 300,000 damage ability. It's like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, so it's going to be interesting because, that's what we need to be able to get through the light side territory battle and be able to get more stars, or at least fill in for other battle nodes, because, in some of the different zones, your roster is stretched pretty thin because not everybody has like a second Jedi team or whatever. So
the problem with Rey is if you're fighting other Reys, it's going to be very, very similar to Jedi Knight Revan versus Jedi Knight Revan. Because you're not going to be able to do massive damage.
Yeah, it's going to come to going to come down to mods and manipulations.
Yeah,
we don't know See, here's the thing: we know the synergy she does have with the Resistance, but again, what's going to be the team overall that people use with Rey, right?
Right.
And then how's that going to play out, right? It's a totally different thing to see how it plays out. I mean, my goodness.
Well, you guys mentioned it. Like in terms of like TB, Rey definitely takes the advantage because people are really still struggling with the light side. Whereas the dark side, a lot of guilds have figured it out now, and it's just simply a case of acquiring GP, just stacking GP.
Right. That's where we're at.
Yeah, we're at 31, and we can't get to 32 because we just don't have enough GP.
Because most guilds, they're blocking off territories, only doing maybe 3 combat. They don't really go in order just because they don't have the teams to do it.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3, and it's not that we don't have the teams. It's just you can't do both zones because you don't have enough teams. We have enough upper level teams now to like go in.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But we don't have like 4 just badass teams to go in there and get missions done, right? So,
and I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Resistance Hero Finn and Poe are going to be in the platoons, right? So this.
I'm hoping they're locked. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. If they are, it's like, wow, that's just really screwing us over, and that's not making a zone a challenge. That's just handicapping us to a point where it's like, this is ridiculous. It's not a challenge, it's a handicap.
I think Galactic Legends could be a game changer for TB. I think they could. Yeah.
You're going to see a vast increase in stars and things of that nature, but in reference to like making it easier, I'm going in there with gas. You know, there's times that I get 4 for 4, and there's times that the RNG screws you, man, and you go 3 for 4, especially after the third battle. You have to have shit go the right way.
You load up that fourth phase and get 2 sniper droids and 2 droidicas. Oh, you're roasted.
Oh man, you're
That's bogus.
Yeah, I had a B1. I had 3 B1s, 1 B2, and 2 droidicas. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I didn't even get a turn.
Yeah, and it's just the luck of the dice and that shit, and it's so I can't stand last side GOTB because it's like, I'm like, I got relic characters this high, smoked in phase 2 mission, you know, the 4th battle. Like, god dang, it's like.
Well, one of the things that I really hate is that CG has put way too much RNG into a lot of parts of the game, and it gets to the point where it's just really old. And in the light side territory battles, you know, I would rather be able to play with the mods, to play with the gear, to actually play the skills and learn the skills and know how to do stuff and play it that way. That's what defines you more than just going in perfectly and knowing what you're doing and you're just slapped in the face with complete RNG.
Well, yeah, the RNG is amplified because of the NPCs being so much higher level that they resist stuff. They're able to, you know, just you get a dodge, you're like, okay, well that sucks. I'm screwed, and yep, there I go. Okay, death. Okay.
Droidica just took out my GK in 1 shot. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, like with the Jedi mission, I get to, maybe if I'm lucky, I get 2 missions done, right? You know, with relic characters. It's stupid.
So what do you guys think about these ultimate abilities?
Oh, they're OP as shit, man. I mean, if you read those.
Yeah.
Oh my. Just game changing, man. I mean, that's like when I first saw
do we have them? So can somebody read them real quick? Just the ultimate abilities, how they read like it. Does somebody have them available?
I can pull up real quick.
Yeah, okay. I don't have forms open.
Yeah, just read them out real quick, and we'll discuss. I mean, you know, we won't announce all the abilities, but let's just talk about the 2 ultimates because those are new to the game. We've never had anything like this before, so we'll see what these are like. Are they going to be kind of like, for example, like when you're fighting, when old Ben is fighting Darth Vader in that Death Star scene for the CLS Hero's Journey, where like all of a sudden that move appears at the end, and like that's like a special move just for the character, like it's gonna have like a cinematic and everything.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's just gonna be the things where it goes off. Okay, I know what that is.
Yeah.
There's just on top of the ultimates too is that you see what they get for each relic level. 10% health or protection. You're just like, sweet Jesus. Well, I was saying this on the stream. I think Rey, because of her leader bonus and stuff, and how they're saying the stats are going to be ridiculous on these guys, he's going to be the first character we ever see over 400 speed.
Oh, no.
Well, they both have identical, and this kind of opens the door for future Galactic Legends. Both of them have an identical unique, and then what Ranger said, a 10% max health and max protection per relic level.
Right. And
damage they receive is decreased by 30%. I hope that's flat and that's not 30% per relic level. That's
game over.
We'll see. That's what I'm saying. There's so much to learn still, but both of them they take reduced damage from health-based damage effects. You know, so that's any dot, any exposed, Nihilus, or not, excuse me, not Nihilus, Malik, stuff like that, and massive damage effects, which is going to be IPD and stuff like that. They take massive damage from destroy effects, aka Annihilate. So Annihilate's only going to do 99,999 damage, which when you read the rest of these kits is probably not going to kill either one of them. So that's interesting.
Right.
And immune to stun. So
yeah, I mean, they're not. You're basically hosed. If you face somebody with this and you don't have this.
Yeah, well, you should then. If that's the case, then they should change Nihilus's Annihilate to mostly does damage.
They're not going
I think they will probably reword it to
They'll have to, because it's not going to be what it was meant to be.
No, they're going to say this. Galactic Legends are different, and you can still use it for all the other characters.
I remember a few months ago when I said that Galactic Legend Rey and Kylo were going to be stronger than General Skywalker, and you said that I was nuts. Okay, I was crazy. All right, and now that we have proof, what do you have to say? I mean, I think I deserve a little bit of an apology, especially from RangerJ1999.
Remon used to have 3 and 2 dot mods on. Shut the hell up.
Oh, I was telling somebody that, I had the live stream tonight because I have to get, I was trying to do some final TV stuff. They go, oh, I like it when you guys tease Remon's mods.
No, I remember saying that. I was cautious, disagreeing with you because I was like, I didn't expect this. So, yeah, I tip my cap to you because I didn't think we were going to get this. I knew they were going to be the next progression, but I didn't think they were going to be, game altering. Not game changing, not meta-defining. I mean, game altering. This is some shit that's, way out in the universe that you're just like, okay.
I think that I think our understanding
is so out there in left field. You're just like, so here's everybody here, and then you have a few little outliers here, and then there's Rey and Kylo way over there doing their own thing. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, 6 Zetas, that's insanity. We haven't even seen their gear yet. We haven't even seen their stats. But the way they put it, you're just like, yeah. Okay, these are going to be over the top with that too. So,
yeah,
I think they're going to be.
It's a little mind numbing just to think about the possibilities with these characters.
Well, just now, at least on my big account, I've pretty much got things zated that need to be zated, like for TB and stuff like that. Even an occasional one that I really didn't want to do, but really needed to get it done. Yeah. So it's like now I can kind of hoard for it now. I've only gotten one saved, I think, or maybe 2 right at the moment. But at least I got done what I need to get done for the most part. And I can't say that on all my accounts, but my best one, yeah.
I think they
it's going to be a card, which is
Can you guys hear me?
12 characters, what is it? 1,400 Chirotechs are needed for the 12 characters you have to get Rey. He did. Can you guys hear me?
Rey. Yeah. Yeah, we can now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was muted for a second there, I guess, in Discord. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The Chirotechs are going to be a big thing. I mean, I'm interested to see what their kits, or not their kits, their kits, but their stats, and then the gear crunch. How
probably going to need 1,200 Chirotechs and
Jesus,
all that stuff. Yeah, it's just going to be. I think the gear is just going to be outrageous, honestly.
Well, yeah. I think what's cool about it is, they kind of spaced it out, right? So even though they're probably going to trump General Skywalker, I don't see them being really attainable at the highest level right away, right? They're going to take some time to get.
No, you have to do the events. You can only get so many tickets, and then you get so many shards. So
yeah,
that'll be going on too. So it'll give you time to farm the Chirotechs and stuff like that and work on their gear. But you're going to be so hurting for gear after one of these. I mean, I've got a buttload of gear for scrap and stuff, and I know half of it's going to be gone easily by the time I get all these characters relic 7, 5, and 3, including Rey. I'm just like, I'll work on Kylo slowly and just take the time because, oh my God.
No, Rooster, we're in a Discord chat. That's how they hear me, so that you guys could still hear me on the stream through the OBS, but they couldn't hear me on Discord when I was talking. That's why.
Right.
But
well, we just don't. We just try to tell him. We just ignore him. Actually, we can hear him, but we just do our best to ignore him.
I wouldn't be surprised if the entire stream they just had me muted on Discord and they couldn't hear me. You know what I mean? Just disregard anything I have to say. It'd be cool. I'd actually appreciate that. But no, I think that what I meant by that is that basically I think that General Skywalker's going to have his time in the sun. He's going to be
he's had his moments. He's been going on 6-7 months now. I mean, and he's still going to be a ridiculously good character. It's like Darth Revan. I'm sorry, Darth Revan's still a hell of a really good character. games. Those Padme, I mean, they have their uses, but there's 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D when it comes to meta now. So you're gonna see that switch between what's happening now, and then you'll see the new Galactic Legends popping in, and people using those, and that's going to be the new meta. Slowly over time, it's not going to be like this explosion, but for the rest of this year, you're going to see those two characters just start dominating.
So, Maurice, you still going for Kylo first?
Yeah, I can't just switch gears. I'm going for Kylo. I like Kylo. I think I am stoked about Kylo. I don't.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be great. I mean, I'm not downtrodden. Oh, it looks great. I don't like some of the like the turn meter and health loss for the characters and stuff. I'm like,
yeah, that's kind of
But when you look at some of his other stuff, I mean, he's gonna be OP as shit. Are you kidding me?
I think he's gonna be great. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go for Kylo too, because I think I'm closer to Kylo than I am Rey. But I mean, I don't know if I'll see it. It's it really depends on which one of these characters like Finn and Poe I get done first. And you're gonna need a lot of other pieces for either of the characters. So even when you get them, you're still gonna need. Well, actually, by the time you get them, you'll probably have those other characters that work with them, pretty well done. So, I mean, I guess when you get them done, you'll probably be ready to go. But it's going to be quite some time before we have them all at max capabilities. So, now I want to move on to another topic here, and just recently, we heard some reports that possibly Rosario Dawson could be cast to play Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian Season 2. So let me just pull up Ahsoka here on screen so we can see her purty ass while we talk about her. And then go. What do you guys think? Do you think it's real?
I have no idea because it's not come from Disney officially. So... But if it's not, I mean, who cares? It's Rosario Dawson. She's an incredible actress.
Yeah.
And I would be thrilled to have her play Ahsoka. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's a win for Star Wars, in my opinion. I mean, she's been in some.
Have you guys ever seen? It's like a kind of a low budget, lower production type movie. It's called Descent with her.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
That movie. It was pretty good, but it was pretty dark. But that's the one that comes to mind. Where it's just her on the cover. That's every time I hear about her, that's exactly what I go to.
Yeah.
Josie and the Pussycats.
I remember she played in that too. Yeah. Well, she's done those movies, and she's done other.
That was the first thing that came to mind for me. She was also in.
She's been
in Black.
Rosario Dawson we're talking about here?
3.
Oh, she was in 2.
She's in 2. It was 2, yeah.
She's in Clerks 2. She's in which she's awesome in, by the way. And then she's also in she's in Zombieland, Double Tap.
She played in the Daredevil series, Luke Cage, and she was in all those.
She was in Sin City.
Yeah. I mean, she's done so many movies. It's cute.
She was in Sin City.
So, I'm extremely happy about this. And I was looking at a picture of Rosario compared to Ahsoka, and I was like, they put some makeup on her and stuff. They don't really have to do a lot because she looks kind of like her. Yeah, so I couldn't be more.
She is night nurse on the Netflix Marvel series. So.
Yeah, that's what I said. Thanks for participating, Riemann. Yeah, thanks for paying attention, buddy.
I am paying attention, but I'm just thinking about Rosario Dawson, and I'm getting excited. So, what another question is? Another question is
why is there a 3-dot mod on her? Yeah, that's the same question I had.
That's not the question we have here. That's not important. Okay.
You lied. You said you replaced those. You're a liar. You're a filthy liar.
It doesn't matter what mod she has. Don't worry about the 3 dots. Okay. What we're talking about here is Ashley Eckstein. Okay. Is Ashley Eckstein going to voice Ahsoka, and then they have Rosario Dawson play Ahsoka, kind of like they did with Maul and
the guy that did his voice. It makes sense. I mean, I don't know if they would do that. Do you really need to do that? I mean, I know Ashley Eckstein is the voice, and and I get that, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But we don't even know if this is a true rumor. So again,
I think that if they did it, they would not dub it with Ashley Eckstein. because I think that, you know, when you get a big actress like Rosario Dawson to come in and play the character, you let her do her thing, right?
And she could probably do the voice close enough to where it may not be like perfectly to Ashley Eckstein, but she could do. She's an actress, for Christ's sakes. Just let her do her thing.
I would be really interested to see how she does it, and she really wants to do it. I mean, I've seen an interview where she was saying that, like, you know, a lot of people have been like petitioning her for her to be good like a long time ago, and then she was like, I would love to be Ahsoka. And she was like, she said that, so Ahsoka, so Star Wars Twitter follows Rosario Dawson, and they don't follow anybody, but they follow her. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think that, I think it's interesting. We could see.
The voice is not that. It's not that big a deal. I mean, you know, but she'll do something close, and it'll be good enough that I'm like. Yeah.
She has like an olive skin tone, you know, a little bit, and you know, it would be great. I mean, I think that it would be a cool thing. Plus, she would be in like that time frame where like Ahsoka is like 40, right? Like in The Mandalorian. So that would be like around the same age that Rosario Dawson is too. So it'd be pretty cool, like just like, I think she'd fit perfectly as that character. So what I'm curious about is if we're getting Ahsoka in a live action version in The Mandalorian, it would have to be post what occurred with Ezra Bridger, right? So she'd have to have already found Ezra or not found Ezra and given up on that journey at that point. So I mean, is she going to tell us on The Mandalorian, like, what happened with Ezra, or are we?
It doesn't. They don't have to. And
they don't have to. It could just be all. Yeah.
They could just have her appear. She's not going to explain where she's been the last 20 years. She's just going to pop in and maybe just be like a cameo, basically.
It's not 20 years. It's just it's
been 7 years. Yeah, 7 years after Rebels.
Right. So I mean, she doesn't really need to explain it. You just know who Ahsoka is, and if they decide to go back and tell us, or you can, but you've got her entire story up to where she went for Ezra. I mean, we'd all love to know what happens, but they'll tell a story. Maybe she'll mention it. Or maybe make some mention. I don't think she needs to go in depth if they do. It's Ahsoka, for Christ's sake. It's like Luke. You've seen enough of their story that you know who the character is. You have enough of their history if you're a fan that. Like, okay, it's Ahsoka. Ahsoka, go kick some ass. There you go, girl. You go, girl.
Well, it doesn't matter. She's not going to hold a candle to, what's her name? Zoe Saldana as Gamora. She's still going to win in my heart.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana as Gamora. Just wins your heart.
Yeah.
Rosario Dawson.
You guys can have Rosario and just leave Zoe all to me.
Yeah, I mean, if either one of... be like, it's bald, it's yours. Here you go.
I don't know, man. I think that Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka would be a very, very, very nice addition.
Yeah.
But
I think it'd be great.
We'll see. But I mean, yeah, it's fun to speculate. I personally don't believe it either. Like, I'm not going to believe it until I hear it from her mouth or Disney's mouth. But that's the way these things go. I mean, but a lot of sources, it's not like it just was reported on like YouTube channels or something like that. These were like IGN and some major sources reported that this is real. So I don't know.
It could be. We'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, me personally, I hope Rosie Perez gets the part.
Oh, I would love it. I'd take Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez, like, what you talking about? What you talking about?
She's making a comeback.
If she plays just like her character from White Men Can't Jump.
That would work for me Yeah, it's not going to work so much, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's a little bit, not quite the jargon we're looking for.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, let's move on to the meta report in the top 5. So we're gonna go into this. General Skywalker obviously still rules the world. General Skywalker rules the world. Okay, General Skywalker is like he's like the coronavirus. He's taking over the whole pie. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's General Skywalker is like the coronavirus. You guys heard it here first. But, so General Skywalker is taking over
He's been taking over. He's been taking over for months. Can we move on, please?
All right, let's move on. No, but there are.
Oh my God! You showed me the same shit I've been seeing for the last couple of months. Thanks, Ramon.
There are 4 Bastilas in Arena that are taking
over.
Those are people that bought the hyperdrive bundle.
Listen, Bastila Sean is working her way back up the list, okay? From 10 all the way to number 2. You'll see Bastila Sean working her way up the list. Jedi Ray. Stick Ray is coming. All right.
No.
All right, let's move on. Top 10 characters at rank 1, obviously Skywalker team and clones. Skywalker and the clones.
All
right, I get it. Our top 5 for this week, ladies and gentlemen, is top 5 characters to use with Galactic Legend Ray. Okay, so now that the kits are out, we can get all nimbly bimbly about what teams would work best with Galactic Legend Ray.
Completely wrong about it.
I'm excited. Yeah, let's go.
How wrong are we going to be? That's the
nimbly bimbly.
He's been watching Cinderella again, so I mean, no worry.
We can talk about Galactic Legend Ray and our expectations, and we'll see where we're at in a couple months from now and see if this list was correct. And we can blame Maurice. Everybody, blame Maurice. Let's go.
Well, we blame him for stuff anyway, so.
All right. He's probably trying to trick you all since he's in college. Like, guys, what you should run is Resistance Pilot, and then Rose, and Aldo, and just make it an all-women's team. It'll be great. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Gomery said so. Wait a minute. Wait, what about the new here? No, you don't need those. So.
Spoiler alert, Resistance Pilot did not make the list.
Oh, spoilers!
I don't think Stick Ray made it either. Sorry, Remo.
Oh, man, this list doesn't count.
Yes, all right. It does.
All right, let's go.
Legit.
Number 5, Maurice. Who do we have here?
Amlin Holdo. Amlin Holdo is number 5. As with Resistance Hero Finn's kit, tanks taunt, and she is probably the most available tank in the faction that doesn't really interfere with a different team. She's got AoE days, and she has a lot of heal mechanics as well within her kit. And that's something you're going to need on this team. Your characters are going to go down, they'll get that damage immunity, you can heal them back up, keep them. Just the Ray team's health bars just go up and down, up and down. It's going to be a whirlwind of excitement and frustration. And Holdo will really help out with that. She's got piss poor defense, but everything else about her
not a bad thing on the Ray team.
And AoE days is always very nice. And a lot of you guys, I think you have to have her Relic 5. So we might see a significant improvement of her stats at that. I don't have her, as you guys can see, mine's 0 no intention to bring her up any higher than that than I have to.
Relic 7.
Yeah, so we will see. Mainly for the heal and the AoE days. And she does provide herself healing as well. So she's going to be incredibly difficult to take down on that Ray team, get that health bar down. So she's probably going to be your main taunting kind of tank that you see on a Galactic Legend, or excuse me, Ray team.
Yes.
Just plain Ray.
You almost said Jedi. Caught yourself. Good job.
Yes. So there you go. You guys got Holdo.
Yeah.
Incredibly easy to gear, guys. Incredibly easy to gear. Once you get past like gear 8 or 9, I guarantee that you probably have the majority of the stuff already in your inventory.
And she's got purple hair.
Yes, she does.
And she's actually a really good character.
I've used her for a long time before I changed my team up. She was the tank that I ran with my Resistance team for a long time. Had her gear 12. And I was using her. And sometimes I get a little crazy and put her on the team. But I used her for a long time.
She's very slow, though.
She is very slow.
Very slow.
You want to use it with foresight with the team, so you can put Stick Ray in there and the other characters, BB-8, R2.
I'd say since they nerfed Finn, she's probably the best tank on the Resistance side right now in the game. Like taunting tank.
Yeah, the other tanks taunt, but Finn is like damage, and then Poe is They neutered Poe. Poor Poe. Where the hell is the new Poe?
But she's very, very important. Because if you guys look at her unique, she gets the 50+ speed, right? She is slow, but she gives 20% crit avoidance to all resistance allies, and resistance allies will only lose their Inspire when they're critically hit. So you're gonna have a little bit of help in that department. Shed some crit hits and let them keep that Inspire, because this whole team is really gonna thrive on the Inspire mechanic. So it's that's something that really hasn't been too useful. But I think that's going to play a much bigger role than it has in the past, the 20% crit avoidance. So we'll see.
We'll see. This is all best guesses, guys. But at the end of the day, we have the kits now, so we can start to do some theory crafting, and this definitely makes sense at number 5. So let's move on to number 4, and here we have Zalbar as the number 4 person to run.
Yes, Zalbar.
He's a resistance.
No, Zalbar taunts whenever a character goes below 100% health, and this resistance team is going to constantly be getting hit, losing health, regenerating back up. We got resistance hero Finn giving all sorts of health. Rey herself giving a healing. Old Evelyn Holdo gives a healing ability. Finn, old school Finn, lots and lots and lots of heal on this resistance team. So Zalbar is going to be constantly taunting throughout the battle. And he does dots, and we'll get to him in a few minutes. Spoiler alert: Resistance Hero Poe is on this list as well. And then if you have him paired with Zalbar, you've got 2 forms of dots. And anytime those dots expire, it's going to do additional damage, protection-based damage to the enemy. So he's got a lot of damage potential in his kit. He's got the armor shred, which is always helpful. We'll see. We'll have to see about him, but
he's a beast. He's a beast. Yeah. I have him at R5, and oh my God, it's great.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be kind of, because the higher up GP you guys get, the less effective these Karth and Kira teams really start to become on defense. People just destroy them, and so it's you're gonna have a pimped out Zalbar. Might as well put him to use. I think this is a decent place to put him. If you don't have you're gonna have Holdo, but let's say Holdo you need him for another team or something. Whatever. He's a great plug and play tank. He's always been a very, very good plug and play tank. He's always been paired with Mission and the Karth or Kira team. I think if people start pulling him off and throwing him elsewhere, they'll see that he has a lot of standalone value. So I think he's going to be pretty good on this resistance. There's a resistance team.
Definitely has some standalone value, but with Mission, they especially if you relic them up, they do a ton of damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the train. We knew it was coming.
The Midnight Express. Midnight Express.
That's the Maurice Express. Yeah.
The Maurice Express. Now let's move on to our number 3 character to pair with Galactic Legend Rey. Who do we have here, Maurice?
This is going to be Resistance Hero Finn. Resistance Hero Finn.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, as we talked about, he has a lot of health regeneration effects in his kit. He is the one that when he uses his rally, it's going to give the tanks the taunt. It's going to give benefits to all the attackers. Healers, I think, give 15% healing, all of them. Or maybe it's turn meter. Let me pull up exactly what it is. He's got a very complex kit. He's the one that can start with Inspire, and he can actually pass it over to Poe, and he can pass it around. He does all sorts of stuff, lots of damage. Very, very fast character. Can kind of be the facilitator, especially with that 30% speed that Rey's leadership is going to give. Really get him going. You can really get that Inspired floating around, get it to everybody as quick as possible. So I think a lot of you guys are starting to kind of see where he fits in. A lot of people are using him not by himself, but Resistance Hero Finn with the Rey training lead, take down Darth Revan. That's becoming a more popular Darth Revan counter for a lot of the things he brings. All Resistance allies have 100% crit chance, which is pretty incredible. 50% defense and then 50% tenacity when he's inspired. So again, Inspire will have it until he gets crit hit 3 times. All those benefits he'll have. So
can we go ahead and call that a Maurice that he's wearing right there?
A what?
Is it a male purse, a Maurice?
Yes.
I guess you would have to call it.
I'm not even going to tell you what a.
It's like okay, let's call it a satchel. We'll call it a satchel. All right, but I
thought you were being gross.
No, we'll call it a satchel. But it could be described as a Maurice.
Sure, it shouldn't, nor wouldn't. And
But-
yet you did.
Now, for those of you guys that just like kind of got him from the marquee and haven't touched him, let's say you're not even going for the Galactic Legends. He has a Thrawn ability that swaps turn meter, so he's like Thrawn with Immerse, basically.
And you're not joking about his speed. I don't even have a speed set on him. I have an offense set and stuff, and he's at 263 at gear 8.
Yeah, he's stupid fast. He's very fast.
He is stupid fast.
I'm starting to wonder why they don't give Thrawn a purse also. I mean, I think he should have a purse.
No, not Thrawn, not my blueberry muffin.
Thrawn should have like he should have like a hand purse. Like, you know, not.
Do you have a hand, Raymond? Do you have a hand purse?
No, I carry a fanny pack.
Then shut up.
Ramon is definitely a fanny pack type of man.
I wear a very, very heterosexual fanny pack. Okay. All right.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it. That makes you feel better about yourself.
It's like that neon purple surf style from the 80s.
Yeah, just.
That just flashed in my head.
No, I'm kidding. I actually don't wear anything, but I do wear things. But I'm saying, like, I mean, as far as a bag is concerned, I have one of those shoulder bags. And then I also have I just ordered, because of all the corona and all the virus spreading. I'm doing a lot of hiking in the woods, you know, just trying to stay away from people. And what's going on? I bought one of those, like, you know those North Face like fanny packs that you wear around your back, you know, so you can stick bottles of water in there and stuff. Yeah, something like that. I bought one of those. It's like a lumbar fanny pack. Bam. All right, so I know about Merces, okay, and that is Immerse. End the conversation. I have spoken. I have spoken.
You sure spoke, not coherently, but you did. I think we should move on to number 2.
Moving along to number 2. We have R2-D2.
What?
Up in the piece.
Stacks and stacks and stacks. Lots of stats. Ray's going to give you 5% mastery all the time. R2-D2 is going to give you higher stats. Just a stat building machine this team is going to be. Hopefully you're not facing a Kylo, because then you'll just stack and stack and stack and stack. For the few times that you might get debuffed on the Ray team, he can help you get rid of it. And of course, he can give the passive taunt. He's on damn near every top 5 list I make. So you guys know what he does, but he brings a stun to the table. You can kind of give the passive taunt. He might allow you to not even use a physical tank on your team, which is kind of cool, because you might not even need one. We'll see when the kits come out. But if you can put the taunt, if you will, on a very tanky character such as Rey, perhaps herself, put it on a character perhaps that you want them to focus, and so they'll get below 60% health, so you can start triggering some of Rey's other abilities. That's the way you can kind of manipulate it, try to force the opponent to get a character under 60%. This is a way to do it. Just kind of put the taunts. This is probably an offensive unit, but AoE burn, and then all the other goodies.
Science.
Yeah.
That is science. R2-D2. Somebody you already have. Somebody already works. Somebody's got the resistance tag. Somebody's got many tags. So he is a solid piece for the resistance again. Continues to be a solid piece.
And he's not carrying a merge, so he's got that going for him.
And he doesn't have any actual appendages, so he can't carry Immerse.
Oh, he's got appendages.
But that is our number 2 character to run with Galactic Legend Rey. And our number...
I wonder who's it going to be? I don't know.
Number 1 character to run with Galactic Legend Rey is Maurice.
It's going to be Resistance Hero Poe.
It's no surprise.
Wow, surprise. Wow.
Yes.
Well, I mean, shocked.
Once you guys are able to farm him, I think you'll start seeing how good he is. I would use him on the test scout. He's nasty. He is disgusting. He's so good. Like, Kylo is immune to stagger us, I'm pretty sure, because of Resistance Hero Poe. Like, they just went like, oh, we can't have Kylo get stagger all the time. But he brings all sorts of stuff to the table. Another stun. If you wanted to use R2-D2 on the team, flinching shot is basic. It's vulnerable, which basically assures any hit, any basic attack from Poe is going to be a critical hit, as long as they don't have crit hit immunity, right? So even on these Traya teams that have stat crit avoidance, you still should be able to critically hit on his basic attack. He's got daze and stagger on the same turn, on the same ability for 2 turns, as a 2-turn daze. If he is inspired, he inflicts 3 damage over time debuffs. Like I said earlier, you pair that with Zalbar. That's going to fuel Zalbar's Zeta protection. And it's important. It's only 1 turn, because every time a debuff expires on the enemy from Poe's unique, it's going to deal additional damage, 5% protection. So these 1-turn dots are going to be very, very detrimental over the course of battle. So any enemies lose 5% protection whenever they lose a debuff from his unique. That's an incredibly powerful unique that he has, and I think a lot of people are going to really start to see that when they get him up and get him geared, get him relicked. He hits very hard, very, very hard. He's a damn good character. His kit's really kind of complex, but once you start getting to use him, you can see he really brings a lot to the table. And anytime, this is why it's important, the crit avoidance and all that stuff. You want your characters to get inspired. You want them to keep it, because every time an inspired ally damages an enemy, they deal 10% bonus max health damage. So kind of like Chewbacca, not quite to the scale I think as Chewbacca does, but every time you damage a character, all crit, no crit, whatever it is, it's going to deal 10% max health damage. So that's going to be huge. That's a very, very good Zeta. If you guys have him and you're using him, you should definitely have the Zeta on him. It can't be evaded, the max health damage. So yes, if an enemy critically hits an inspired ally, all buffs are dispelled from that enemy at the end of the turn. So he brings all sorts of stuff with this unique. I think it's one of the very best uniques, like faction-oriented uniques in the entire game. He's a very, very good character. And he just kind of spreads the Inspire around passively, kind of like, trying to think, kind of like the opposite of Plague, but like Plague in a good way. So anytime you use a special ability, you pass the Inspire to somebody else. So, and with Rey herself, she can actually give Inspire to non-resistance allies. So if you wanted to use somebody else that wasn't resistance, you could spread the Inspired around your resistance allies with Poe and Finn, and then spread the Inspire to non-resistance allies with Rey. So get that Inspired going all over the place.
There you go.
So yes, big damage from him.
He's going to be a huge piece to Galactic Legend Rey. And we do have an honorable mention, as usual. This week's honorable mention is General Kenobi.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, why is he listed under the synergies on the graphics they did? It's because he provides so much critical hit immunity. So your team can keep inspired, and that's going to be very, very important for this team, is to keep inspired, get all those benefits from Poe, and he can help you keep it. So, and do the passive taunt and give them retribution. But the problem is, the reason he didn't make the top 5 is because he's so very important to the Padme team. I think a lot of people are going to have a hard time getting him off that team to put on this team.
Yeah.
But we will see.
Definitely.
Maybe for a newer player, maybe they don't have Padme. This is where let's say a newer whale and just goes right for the Galactic Legend Rey. This is a place you can pop in your Kenobi. So,
Xylo Takedown is 100% correct, by the way. Shout out to Xylo Takedown. General Kenobi is somehow part of every synergy in this entire game.
You mean besides Darth Revan and Gas and should I continue?
General Kenobi is universally adored and loved in this game.
That has nothing to do with what you said. Dumbass.
So of course he has synergy with everybody because he's adored and loved.
Right.
General
There you
Kenobi.
go.
Please use him in the 501st. I would love to see that. Yeah.
General Kenobi is just adored and loved across the seas in this game and all around the world. All right, so that is our top 5 characters to use with Galactic Legend Rey. Please do smash the like button and support the channel. We always appreciate any feedback. And this is the time now we're going to dive into some questions. So if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask or any topics you'd like to discuss, now is the time. We're going to wrap up the stream in about 10 minutes. So if you guys have any things you want to talk about, let's jump them in there now and get it banged out before we peace out for the night. I hope everybody is staying safe, okay? We do have a lot of crazy stuff going on right now in the world, and I I want to wish everybody, safety and love, and hope everybody enjoys this time, wherever they are, and manages to stay okay. I mean, it's scary times for people. Obviously, I want to do whatever I can here with this channel, and obviously, if I'm gonna be home now a little bit more from work, obviously because I'll be working a little bit from home, and New York is shut down, so I'll be trying to put more content out on YouTube, and we're probably going to do this remod with Ranger pretty soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I don't know how we're going to do that yet, but I'll definitely make sure that you guys are aware. Maybe we'll either drop a video or we'll go live at some point. But I hope everybody is safe.
It's going to be live. You're not going to be.
It's going to be. It's going to be live, right? So we'll do a live show.
It'll be live, and Ramon won't be there. He'll be on a date.
I'll be on a date. yeah, on a date. Yeah. I mean, right now that excuse would not work, right? It's we're in lockdown here in New York. I may be able to. I may be able to go out hiking and stuff like that in the area, but I can't go to work. So I mean, for the most part, everything's getting slowly starting to shut down, and New York is probably one of the worst areas in the world right now. So, I have to be extra careful over here to, not get into, large groups, get in with large groups of people and try to be safe. But I hope everybody's exercising caution all over the place. Obviously it's a scary time. I hope everybody's safe. But we do want to try to provide some sort of, enjoyment here. So I'm not going to spend, any lengthy period of time sitting here and rambling on about it. I'm sure you guys are all aware of the circumstances right now, and I just wish everybody safety and good luck, and I hope everybody's okay, and we'll get through this, and we'll be okay on the other side. But let's get into some of these questions, Maurice. So what do we have here?
The first one we kind of touched on loosely. John Moran asked, what kind of gear nightmare are these Galactic Legends going to be?
Think worse nightmare, and then multiply by that factor of oh my god, and then that's what it would be.
Yeah.
It's a plethora of so much gear.
I would kind of use Skywalker as a loose model and then add 100 more Chirotechs on it. If you guys have all your characters, what I've been doing, I don't know if it's the best advice, but what I've been doing, I have all my characters gear 13. I haven't put the relics on them yet, but I have all the necessary characters gear 13. I've kind of been using my guild store to get stock. Like I have 100 of everything. Like I got my stun cups up to 100. So now I'm working on like the MK4 back to gels. I want to get 100 of those, 100 of all like the gear through 10, 12-ish pieces. Try to save some stun guns. They're going to take stun guns.
Yeah.
Get your Carbonis up. Get your common stuff up. They'll probably need a lot of gold eyeballs, so start saving those. Maybe save some crystals, because those are very good value to get out of the store for $375 for 25 of them. I think $750 for 50. Those are some of the better values. Just hoard everything if you have your characters at gear 13.
Yeah.
So, because that would suck if you get the character and then you're just completely out of gear. I wouldn't gear anything except what you need for Galactic Legends right now.
And then just go back into horde mode.
If you're not gonna get the Galactic Legend, well then
you
get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. I mean,
it's your world, yeah.
It's not gonna be the end of the world if you guys don't get it. I promise.
Yeah.
Arena will be tough for a couple weeks. Somebody will figure something out. You guys can flock to that and use it as a counter in the meantime. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Brewster asks, I don't know who this is. What about Zoe Kravitz as Ahsoka?
Let me look up.
I don't know who that is.
Zoe Kravitz's daughter. Oh, Zoe Kravitz. Okay, let's pull this up.
Yeah.
Oh. She looks kind of like somebody I know, right? Like somebody from the old days. She looks a little bit like that girl from the, remember what was that show? The Huxtables. What was that show with Cosby?
Yeah.
The Cosby Show.
The Cosby Show. But remember, he had like an older daughter. Remember, he had like an older.
That's because that's her mom. You dumbass. That's Lisa Bonet.
Is that Lisa Bonet? That's her mom.
That's Lisa Bonet's daughter. Because Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. He said, I was chuckling to myself going, oh, if he only knew.
Jesus Christ.
If I only knew that it is her daughter?
Yeah. Zoe Kravitz is Lisa Bonet's daughter.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That's why
you're learning all kinds of things there.
I mean, I don't know. The first thing that popped in my head was that girl. Isn't that crazy that I would, I mean, I probably already knew that, you know what I mean? But isn't it crazy that that's the exact person that is her mother? You know, that's crazy, yeah.
That's crazy. Kayla kind of looks like her parents. Get out of here.
She kind of looks like Alicia Keys with bushy eyebrows.
She does kind of look like Alicia Keys. Yeah. No, she would she would definitely be a cool Ahsoka. That'd be cool. But I think Rosario Dawson, like Ahsoka, has like really big eyes, you know, and I think Rosario Dawson has the right eyes to be Ahsoka. If that makes any sense.
What do you mean? That's because she's a cartoon character, you mutant.
Listen, I honestly, I'm starting to question our friendship. All right.
I am too, you psychopath.
Yeah. Rosario Dawson makes a perfect Ahsoka. All right. But Lisa, you know,
because of her eyes.
Because of her eyes.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, that's funny.
We're gonna move on to the next question. All right, it's time for Minato question. Why is it that when a new meta comes out, they always bring up Nihilus Annihilate that hasn't worked since the Traya meta about 2 years ago now?
That's true. 2017 called. They want this meta back.
Well, just in case anybody tried to get creative with Nihilus,
that's true. Yeah,
they're gonna go ahead and nip that in the bud. So I don't know. He's very slow. very slow.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah. So get another plan. Not gonna work here.
Yeah.
Question from Thomas Willingham. Could you please explain your take on these tickets and your guess how long it will take to ultimate once you're 13 of 13? Guess is all we got.
Jesus, I have no idea because I don't know how many a day and how many you have to use for each of the, the event and then the tiers and stuff like that. I mean, we don't have a number, so I can't give you any kind of solid
my guess is going to take a long time. I don't think it's going to be simple. I think they're going to make it so that it's going to be like a drip feed.
It could be. I mean, we don't have any kind of concrete, substantial breakdown of how that ticket system is going to work. So it could be you can get them in 2 weeks or 2 months. I just don't know. And they give you guys a number.
Definitely not 2 weeks. Definitely not 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I would say it's going to be longer than that. But I mean, I don't.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean, if I'm just pulling something out of my ass, I'm going to say, I don't know how you get these tickets. I have no idea. But let's say you have to get X amount of tickets for the first tier. That gives you 50 shards, X amount of tickets for tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you get your unlock. And then we'll need 10 additional tickets, which they will probably give us one at a time. We have to keep accumulating the tickets from farming or whatever, keep accessing the event. The way I read the post is it seems like you'll be able to unlock and use the character at 7-star, but you have to unlock the ultimate ability in addition. So maybe perhaps it's like a lot like when we first started the game, we're using like a gear 5 characters to get them to gear 6 and it unlocks their unique or something. Perhaps it could be something like that. I think that would be good. That way everyone kind of gets used to the characters and kind of how to fight, and then the ultimate abilities unlock a new character.
True.
I would love to get the character in full, but I think
it'd be cool.
I think it's going to mess a lot of people up, both in their roster and without, because it's going to be huge GP inflation for this character. You're going to be in new brackets at Grand Arena. You're really going to separate yourselves from people that don't have it, that you're used to fighting.
Yeah, be ready.
You get it.
You need to be ready, because I know when I get her, I'll be ready. I'll have the mods. I'll have everything ready to go. But
it'd be cool if, like Maurice said, like you can unlock her at 7 stars and still use her, and she actually is like still really good, but she's just not as amazing as she's going to be. Like she's still like you'll still be able to fight gas and stuff like that, but you won't be like she won't be like world dominating until she gets to like the top tier, right? So yeah.
Like I said, that's total speculation. I have no idea. Like Ranger said, we don't know any information about the ticket system. I really hope it's not like a slow drip of 5 shards a time. That would be miserable.
That would just be so shitty.
Because everyone's ruining their Grand Arena roster for 6 months,
people would go nuts. People would go nuts.
Yeah, I would go nuts. It would be a Ranger rant on nonsense. So, especially with the amount of time, energy, money that'll be invested in these characters, and you still can't use them for afterwards.
I mean, one of the major complaints about Skywalker is the way you have to get him to 7 stars. So I mean, like,
that sucked, and that was shitty. I'm sorry, that was awful move on their part. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, the cry of the whales.
I mean, it didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I was able to wait, and if I was able to get him to 7 stars on the second time around, I would be able to get him to 7 stars basically like a week later than somebody who started from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
So
Doesn't make any sense.
We got one more.
Okay.
From Takedown Games / Xylo Takedown. What's up, man? Question for the panel: what were you working on before Galactic Legend Farms, and are we going back to Horde mode after Galactic Legends? Just dropping my plans as well.
I mean, I was working on trying to round up all my other teams, right? I had gotten gas done, and I was getting ready to start like really relicking and gearing up. Some like I wanted to do Han and Chewie. I was going to do like the finish up my bounty hunters and relic them some more of them up, but then. As soon as that got announced, because I just finished gas, I'm like, all right, now I got new plan. Let's start rounding up these characters, low relics at least, and then let's get some of that damage going. Let's get that Han Chewie combination going. And then they announced Galactic Legends. Like, well, that shit went out the door. So then I was in full Horde mode, and I probably will be in full Horde mode after I get both of them, because I will try to get both. So, but I'll be in full Horde mode afterwards. God.
Well, me, I was working on First Order, so I lucked out. I super lucked out for this. I accidentally was prepared.
And for me, it was like, most of those 2 teams I could have gone. I could have used like you did, Maurice, but I just thought my defining decision was, Lifestyle GOTV. I'm still dicking around with that. At least I could do something more and maybe help to get there. And I just, I went with Resistance. It was just a flip of it. That last piece of it, Lifestyle GOTV, I'm like, I've got Dark Side covered. Let's try to get light. That's the only reason. It's not like I had
That's the only reason. Yeah, that was the same with me too. Yeah.
So, because I'm a Sith, I like that dark side. You know what I'm saying? But,
I think having Galactic Legend Rey, like, let's say it's between you and somebody else for like a spot in a guild. I think if you have Galactic Legend Rey and the other person has Galactic Legend Kylo, the Rey will probably get the invite, just because Lightside TV is so difficult still.
I can't wait to use her in raids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's that? You trying to kill me? Oh,
damn.
What, I get all my health protection back? What you got now, raid?
Yeah. Oh boy. We'll see. Well, the raid, I don't know. Like, I'd love to test stuff out in the raid, but it's over before I really try anything. So, gotta be careful. Can't be missing my spot. That's what infuriates me about the Sith raid now. It's not who has the better teams; it's who catches the raid at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
When you refresh,
you gotta be on it like a bonnet, man, or you will get left behind, man.
Like, you gotta catch it 40% left.
Not even like. 5, like if you miss like 5 minutes after the raid launches, like for Rogue Sith, like it's like phase 2 has started. You're like, oh no, I'm down. Because you're trying to get in that top 10 to get those good pieces and stuff. So if you're not on it, you're lacking. You're lacking bad.
I'm undecided if I'm gonna go for Rey. I'm a little scared if I do go for Rey. And then another Galactic Legend batch is released. I'm going to be exhausted of resources.
Well, I would say,
No,
I say work on her, but work on her slower. Right?
Yeah.
Just take your time. Just like when I go work on the First Order, I'm just going to slowly get all the characters farmed and stuff.
Yeah, imagine you get Galactic Rey done, and then they just announce like they announce like that day that like Galactic Legend Luke Skywalker from the original trilogy is coming out.
Yeah, I mean, but then I'm looking at my rebels like, I'll be fine.
The Empire desperately needs one.
Yeah,
the Empire could use a Galactic Legend.
Oh, I agree. you know. Well, if they did that, then I mean, I'll just continue on doing. I'm going to work on Galactic Legend Kylo slowly, so that in case they do something. All right, I'm going to stop that because I want me a Galactic Legend list, and then I'll just switch gears into that, you know, and have an idea of what to expect. But yeah, I'm going to take Kylo much slower than Rey. I think still work on it.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna release Galactic Legend Eternal Twins.
The price on your remod just went back up.
Discount go.
Yeah. Wait till you need help with gas again, bitch.
It's like a direct attack on his on his family. You know, when you talk about the Eternal Twins for some reason.
Yeah.
But all right.
You got a lore video coming out with him soon.
I know. I've been waiting for this. You told me about this.
It's done. Finn just wants to look at it and do the thing.
You had a problem. Yeah, I know you had a problem with the.
Well, so the first time I did it and I went really in depth, and the damn thing was almost okay. That's not gonna work. Then I tried to record it again, the newer version. I cut a lot out and just try to focus on certain things, and it didn't record. I did the whole thing, the whole spiel, and it didn't. So then I was really pissed. So then I started fine tuning again. So I got it within a reasonable time that you get enough information that in depth where you're sitting there going, okay. I mean, in the minutia. So I didn't get into too much of the minutia, but they hit the big things. But you know, Finn's gonna want to look at it, make sure everything's good, and add anything if he wants to. So,
all right.
So
I know nothing about the Eternal Twins, so I'm looking forward. I was actually, it's embarrassing, but I was watching the Clone Wars series, right? And I think it's like season 5 or so. The twin Jedi's, the chicks, you know. Where one of them gets assassinated.
Oh, that's a crazy episode. Yeah.
I was like, is that the Eternal Twins? Or oh, that can't be. Because she was one of them was in the. You know,
Have you ever watched the cinematics for the Old Republic at all, Maurice?
Oh my God!
I've never ever seen
Maurice,
or
you should watch them, man. You have to just watch the cinematics,
Greatest Star Wars content ever produced.
If you have
never got to the second one.
If you have a chance one day, listen to the story about there's one that tells you the story about like the Mandalorian Wars, and there's one that tells you about the story about like.
There's a whole bunch of stuff. Well, so there's the actual cinematics, and then they did an anime little thing that are like, it was before the Old Republic came out. They did little short clips like from the Jedi archives in kind of like animated form, like pictures, slow movie pictures. That tell you the stories about the Sith and the Mandalorian.
But if you watch if you watch the stuff about the Eternal Twins and like Valkorion, that is a really cool cinematic, man, to watch.
That's one of the best ones.
I'd be willing to watch something. I don't have time to play a 40
No, you don't have to play. These are just the cinematics that they introduced.
It just tells you the whole story of the twins and what happens with them and the father.
In like 3 minutes or something. They're not long.
If you have a chance, definitely watch that. Yeah,
and I think someone put them all together. Watch them.
I was thinking
7 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing that you were, Maurice. So like that those two twins. Well, not the same thing you were, but I was thinking that those two twins would come into this game. I thought that they would have been part of the Clone Wars content. Because they
could have done that.
Yeah, they could have totally released those characters.
One of them literally was on the screen, had about 18 seconds of airtime.
Right.
So
yeah.
Well, in the EU books, you have the twins, Jason and Jaina Solo. They were a big part of the books in canon. I actually have Jaina. Someone got me the Black Series figure that I've got. And that's a prized possession of mine. I don't know who got that. I can't remember who got it for me, but that was a nice find. So it's her in her outfit, her black TIE Fighter pilot outfit with her saber and stuff. So yeah,
cool stuff.
There's a lot of cool stuff out there you can talk. But yeah, go watch those cinematics. You can just do Old Republic cinematics, Maurice. I think there's one that's like 27 minutes long. It's got all 5, and you'll be blown away. They did an incredible job with it.
Yeah. They have a lot of stuff with Darth Malgus too. They have cinematics with him too that are really good. Yeah,
they're all in there, man. You're gonna the shoes nizzle.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here. I appreciate everybody coming out. This was a great time. Let's go ahead and go around the table here. So, what's going on with Operation Metaverse this week, Maurice?
Thursday, 10 o'clock, we stream. Seeing as South Carolina is catching up with the rest of the nation pretty quickly in terms of coronavirus, I'll likely be locked down in a few days.
Come hang out with us, man. You can hang out with us.
So I'll have a lot more time to make videos and do stuff. So I might actually make some
hang out
videos.
Anytime. Any of you guys are welcome. We stream.
Hang out on the lunch stream maybe a day or two.
Just let me know if you want to be on. Just pop in.
I am gonna try my darndest over the next couple of weeks to get Maurice to. I'm gonna try to seduce Maurice into doing a stream with me about sports. I would love to do that. Yeah.
There's nothing to talk about. There's no sports,
man. What's wrong with you?
We can still talk. We can still talk NFL draft. We can still talk how crappy the Knicks are. We can talk about it, okay? But I mean, anyway. Either way, that's cool.
I'm down. If I get locked in, I'll be bored out of my mind. And we will definitely do something like that.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you guys? What about Reality Skewed Gamers this week?
Well, it's like tomorrow with the lunch stream. We'll have my GAC. We'll do Marvels. We're gonna have a lot of streaming going on. We did a lot of streaming. Like today, we did D&D. A little short because Groom had to go do something, so we had 2 hours of D&D today. But we're gonna stream a lot this week on Twitch and on YouTube.
Awesome.
Not just Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, but other games too. Just because we know people are home, they need something to watch. They enjoy the Star Wars content, but they also enjoy the other stuff. I'm actually working on 2 more videos. Got one just about ready to go, that I'm just ready to record and get it over to Finn. And then another one that I'm working on. We're trying to get that content out just so people have stuff to listen to during these tough times. So we're going to keep doing that. And I'm trying to get done during the beginning of the week because, Jesus Christ, the yard work I've been doing lately, moving 75 pounds of rocks and shit every, at a time, up a hill. It's just brutal, man. Cutting trees down and building walls. So,
yeah.
Yeah, Smoke makes a good point. I'll be free until the Borderlands 3 DLC drops. Yeah, that'll be just about.
That'll be something we cover. Yeah, we'll be covering that.
When is the Borderlands 3 DLC dropping?
Is it Thursday?
Yeah, it's this. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. Yeah.
Oh my God!
We've already got that planned for us to be playing that like crazy.
Maurice, we're doing that, bro. If you want to play that, I want to play that. Yeah, I'm down to do that. All right, and also on Boba's Alliance, I'm sure you guys should definitely go check that out. The link is in the description for all 3 channels. What's going? Are you guys? Are you doing anything? Are you working on anything, Abby?
Nope.
Okay.
Everybody's shut down and in hiding mode right now.
All right. Well,
hoping to get together with a couple of people. There's a new person that just recently joined Alpha that does some YouTube stuff. So I'm hoping to maybe get together with him to do some stuff.
Listen, Abby, if you need my help for anything, let me know. I'm down. We can just.
I will. Cool.
We can just do it. Okay. We'll bring the party to your channel. All right. But
awesome.
But yeah, I hope everybody stays safe. Everybody just try to do the best you can to try to keep clean and try to avoid getting sick and that's all you can do. Just do the best you can. I hope everybody stays safe and has a happy and healthy one. We'll be back next week with some more show on like I said, I'll let you guys know or we'll go live at some point this week if we do the remod. So we'll go with that pretty soon, but we'll definitely be back next week, same time, 10:30 Eastern, right here. I hope everybody stays safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. May the force be with you guys. Take care.